None of this makes any sense, and I'm with you. I completely understand, and what I want to do for you guys is give you some ideas as to how to maneuver around this whole thing. Even if you can't negotiate necessarily, you should be able to have a little bit of flexibility in what you're doing. In this video today, what I want to talk about is used car prices going up after the coronavirus pandemic, why it happened, so you can understand exactly what's going on. Are they playing games on you, or is this an actual thing? And how to go about finding another alternative, another solution to go around this used car pricing surge. It's ridiculous, and I'm with you. What is happening, guys? Ari here from Boston Automotive Consulting, and as always, this video is brought to you by SaveOnMyAuto.com. SaveOnMyAuto.com is a resource you can use so that you can connect with local area dealers, leveraging one dealership against another to get the best price. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because this whole channel is dedicated to teaching you everything you're going to need to know so that you can negotiate your best possible deal. Now, excuse me for the birds chirping and whatnot. It's very, very early. I'm up at like 6:30 right now doing this video so I can have it to you guys for your morning coffee. Used car prices went up in the United States for a couple different reasons. Used cars naturally are a profit center for car dealerships. Now, the issue with new cars is, now this all started off with the coronavirus pandemic breaking out and new car production slowing down drastically, even stopping in most circumstances. What happened is that car dealers had their supply of cars. They had a healthy supply, say, of about 60 days in their inventory when the whole pandemic broke out and car production drastically reduced, drastically just halted. Car dealerships were like, okay, production stopped, however, business is down 30-40%, so we're not really gonna see much action happening anyway. Nothing really to worry about. Wrong, because people were still buying cars as, you know, we were in lockdown. People that, some of them, they didn't even need cars. They were like, you know what, maybe now is a good time to stop riding the train. So they went out and bought cars, or people that were just in the market anyway bought cars, or those crazies that walk around with no mask bought cars. People were still buying cars. There were no new cars to replace what was being sold. So now we're in the situation where, hey guys, we've been selling cars all along, but we haven't been getting shipments in from the manufacturer. What do we do? So we went through this funky phase, and bear with me because I'm about to explain to you how this all works. We went through this funky phase where cars were showing up at the auctions, off-lease cars, trade-ins, what have you. The prices of used cars for a couple weeks, for a few weeks actually, drastically reduced. The reason why was because nobody sensed an incoming problem where we don't have any new cars coming in, at least to keep up with the demand for them. So car auctions were being flooded with used cars. Used car prices were plummeting, and then all of a sudden things started to normalize and people started to actually go back to dealerships and go back to car shopping. New car inventory really becoming an issue. All of a sudden, dealerships, they need something to sell here. So a main source of profit is naturally used cars, especially certified cars. Certified cars, the real reason why people get so fired up and excited about a certified car is for a few different reasons, and I'm going to tell you how to get around this whole thing by just buying a regular used vehicle. A certified car is, in essence, three different things. One of them is a safety inspection, and a 118-point inspection. Okay, is the bumper in need of repainting? Does the windshield have any cracks or stars? Just simple things like this that they check off. The second thing is an extended warranty that they slap on. The third thing is typically a promotional APR. So the first thing, you can get checked out by a mechanic. If you take a used car from, say, a third party, take it to a mechanic, have them check out the whole entire car. The second thing is that the same warranty that Lexus slaps on to a certified vehicle, and this is for most all vehicles, by the way. The second thing is that that warranty is also available to you. You could technically buy this same Lexus, say, at, John's gas station down the street, have him sell you the vehicle, you go to Lexus and say, hey, I want a certified warranty, or an extended warranty rather, for my Lexus. Here's my VIN number. Please tell me if my Lexus falls into the criteria. Normally, if you're buying a low mileage Lexus within the last few years, it'll probably fall into that criteria. So just buy the warranty separate from the actual vehicle. This will allow you to do the following. Most of the time, this Lexus will end up at the dealership off lease, and the dealership will have two options. This is typically what happened with us when we were working at the car dealership. This Lexus will end up at the dealership. You'll say, okay, as a manager, I either want this vehicle or don't want this vehicle at my store to sell. If I don't want it, it's gonna go to the auction. Now, normally when it gets to the auction, third-party car dealerships, used car dealers, even car brokers will end up buying this vehicle at the auction. Most of the time, when you're seeing vehicles at CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, a lot of these vehicles aren't being purchased from auction. What they're doing is instead of me as the owner of this Lexus returning it to the dealership when the lease is done, I sometimes experiment with selling it to places like Carvana and Vroom to see if I can make any money, to see if there's any equity in the vehicle. So typically when Carvana, Vroom, CarMax, when they buy this vehicle off you, this vehicle is not going to change. It's not going to be any different if I take it to the Lexus dealership or if I sell it to CarMax. So that means you're benefiting from getting that off-lease vehicle, and instead of paying a certified price, now you're paying a used car price. Typically with places like CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, what they're trying to do is, because they're buying it directly off of the consumer, there are no auction fees to pay. There are no transport fees to pay. So that they can offer this vehicle for thousands less than what the dealership is gonna offer, because not only is the dealership gonna charge you for doing safety inspections and what have you, they're also gonna charge you because it's a certified vehicle. We clearly don't want that. So the best way to maneuver around the whole certified equation is if you can, try to find yourself a clean, just regular old used car at a third party, even if it doesn't have the certified warranty. What you're gonna do next is, after you find a good clean used car, you can inquire in two different ways. Typically, CarMax will offer a really hefty used car warranty called like the Max Care warranty. However, if you don't believe in third-party warranties and you just want the good old certified warranty, you can always go to the dealership and ask them to sell you, replicate you the certified warranty for your non-certified car. What this will do is that it'll give you the same coverage that you were looking for from that certified vehicle, except you can pay for that coverage separately and not have to buy the certified vehicle from the dealer. You can just buy the warranty from the dealer. I want to encourage you guys though to actually even shop around for warranty coverage, because a couple weeks ago I was working with somebody that asked me how much is a AAA warranty. It was about $3,600 in their state. However, it was $1,700 in Massachusetts. The AAA warranty that I was looking at covered everything, like everything, and with double the term limits as the typical Lexus warranty. The reason why certified warranties are becoming kind of crappy nowadays is because they're only extending the regular warranty about 2 years. So definitely check in to see what the coverage is, and instead of paying, you know, $3 grand extra, $4 grand extra for a certified vehicle, pay $4 grand less and buy a warranty for like $1,500. Really the best way to maneuver around that whole certified equation. Now, another thing is that I've been noticing a lot of car brokers, a lot of third-party auction services. A couple months ago I made a video regarding this. A lot of car brokers in the United States you could contact that will actually do this for you nationwide. What these businesses do is that they go to the auction for you. They find the vehicle for you at the auction. You could use a third party like this to go out and get you the vehicle from the auction. In essence, what you're doing is, instead of paying, you know, dealer fees and what have you at the car dealership, you're paying the broker their fee for doing this all for you, plus any and all auction fees that the auction was going to charge regardless if you're a regular consumer or a dealer. Now, another thing that I have been doing, that I've been recommending to people, is buying from out of state. If you need to, buy from out of state, because here's what's going to happen. A lot of times that you're buying these cars online, most of these dealers, what they're trying to do is match the likes of CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, the online car buying websites. And what they're doing is they are offering money back guarantees. Even if it's only for 3 days, at the very least, you've got something. If the dealership isn't offering anything, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can get that dealership to honor, at the very minimum, a 3-day money back guarantee from the date that the vehicle arrived at your doorstep. What this will allow you to do is, at the very least, if the car was very far away, what you could do is just inspect the vehicle, take it to your mechanic that you had in mind, do what you need to do to make sure that that vehicle is what you intended on purchasing, and make your decision to either keep it or send it back to the car dealer. Now, a lot of times I want to encourage you guys to buy as much as you can, buy locally. However, the best way to go about buying from quote unquote out of state is if you can, visit CarMax and ask them, you know, you guys have anything at your Los Angeles location, say if you're in Florida or vice versa, whatever. What these places will do, places like CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, and the reason why they're so popular is that they'll bring you the car. CarMax, for instance, you can pay a couple $100 and have a car from, you know, the opposite side of the country brought to that store. You can see it, and if you don't like it, no problem. And typically these places have a 7-day money back guarantee. They're selling cars like this for way less than what the dealership is, and their warranty options are just phenomenal. The coverages are really, really good. So just wanted to throw out these ideas at you guys. There's definitely ways to maneuver around it. If you can't negotiate the price down, at the very least, you're not stuck, and the dealership is not the only place to buy a clean, or at the very least, peace of mind having used vehicle. You definitely have some options elsewhere, and you'll definitely have some options to cover yourself elsewhere in terms of warranty. In terms of interest rates and what have you guys, sometimes a lot of people, they get so stuck in how much the car should be that they just lose sight of their interest rate and what they should be paying. Right now, if you can get anything in the mid 3s, the high 3s, it's definitely a good interest rate for a used car. A lot of people with bad credit, you gotta be super careful, because if you wait until the last minute to find your own financing, you'll find yourself in a position where you're paying way too much in interest on that loan. Definitely contact a few different banks if you can, and make sure that you're not overpaying on this interest rate. As always, you guys, this video was brought to you by SaveOnMyAuto.com. I'd like to encourage you guys to use SaveOnMyAuto.com for your new and used car purchase needs, leveraging a bunch of different dealerships for their best price. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to visit SaveOnMyAuto.com, as well as the resources down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.